Hey everybody, it's your boy Chris, and welcome back to the Off Air Podcast. With me always is John.
What's up, guys?
I guess we're both pretty exhausted for right now or this morning. Real quick, I just want to say that as of this, we actually edited it last week, but as of now, our show is now available on Anchor, and you can also listen to us on Spotify. In any case that you would just want to listen to the audio, so you don't have to worry about pulling up YouTube if you don't have YouTube Premium. That was an issue for the first 14 episodes. So yeah, you can listen to us on Spotify. Soon we should be able to get on the podcast app and Apple Music.
Yeah.
More on that later, possibly next week. John, you said you wanted to talk about
something?
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about my favorite topic. It's not weather.
Okay.
Video games.
Yeah. That's a good one. As always.
This week started the early access for Gears of War 5.
Yes, for those of you getting hyped up about Gears of War 5, it's getting a lot of good traction right now, man.
Already, some of the maps are 50 times bigger than the last ones. 50.
Yeah, that's great, and this is confirmed. This isn't just spat bullshit like a Bethesda panel or something,
16 times the already if you get the pre-order, you get a cast of characters already as a pre-order bonus.
Oh yeah.
2 Halo Reach characters and both Sarah Connor and the Terminator from the Terminator.
Oh, it says people are really hyped up with the reveal about Terminator, and that's pretty interesting.
And then just 2 days ago, they announced Dave Bautista as one of the alternate characters for the main character called Marcus Fenix.
Oh yeah.
I was watching the video yesterday. In the multiplayer, you can play as Dave Bautista in the same style as Marcus Fenix. It's just brand new voices.
Right.
And it's basically Dave Bautista looks like a Gears of War character.
Oh, absolutely. I could definitely see that as a fitting role for him. It's pretty cool.
If they ever do make a movie of it,
yeah,
he's one of already the top persons to be casted.
I think it's pretty cool that, and I feel like it's still fairly new, that we're seeing a lot more Hollywood actors being brought into video games. Dave Bautista being one, and people were really excited about Keanu Reeves being in Cyberpunk.
There's
this is still like a reasonably new thing for actors being brought into
it's rare to see
video
them,
games.
But this now. Before, they were the higher selling points of the games.
Right.
But now they're just like, hey, this character's not in it. I'm like, oh, I didn't even buy for that, but thanks.
Yeah, right.
Okay, like, again, I was going to get Cyberpunk, and then Keanu Reeves is like, hey, I'm in it. I'm like, oh.
Right.
Well,
yeah.
It's bonus.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? Shoot. Yeah, Burt Reynolds in... I'm sorry, Burt fucking Reynolds in the game, the Saints Row.
Oh yeah, that was a big one too. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's like, wait, who's the mayor of the city? Burt fucking Reynolds.
Yeah, man.
Where your character,
the bandit.
Yeah, where your character, like the hard badass, is like always strong around his crewmates, is like fangirling in front of his hero.
Turd Ferguson. It's my name. It's funny.
Who rads for 200?
Andre, who was Andre the Giant? Anybody know?
Is that an answer? No, I'm just wondering. Rest in peace.
What, SNL?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Oh, Burt Reynolds.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, but no, that is one thing that's I don't know, it's a cool little.
Of course, we had, in the new Star Wars game coming out. The actor for Joker in the Gotham series.
Yep.
He's now one of the Jedis, which is funny because.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because Mark Hamill used to be a Jedi, and then he became the Joker.
Right. Yeah. It's like a reverse.
Just switching places.
Yeah. Exactly. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's amazing seeing how a lot of Hollywood characters are now.
Yeah, Jon Bernthal is also a big one in the new Tom Clancy games.
Yes. Right now he's actually the main quote unquote villain in Ghost Recon Breakpoint.
Yeah.
Which I'm not. All I'm gonna say, since I did sign a contract, I did.
What?
Yeah, I have a contract.
Oh, okay.
An NDA. All I'm allowed to say is I got access to the early private beta.
Oh, right. Okay. I was like,
that's
wait,
it.
what?
I'm not allowed to record nothing.
Gotcha. I don't know. I was never super big on the Tom Clancy games and Ghost Recon. I don't know. I was never really super into third-person shooters in the first place. The biggest ones I was personally into was Gears of War and Mass Effect back in the day.
For me, it was mostly Max Payne, and then
Max Payne I was pretty into too, like way back, original Xbox 360 days.
The funny thing is, I just re-downloaded Max Payne 3.
Oh yeah.
Since I have a new graphics card, I'm like, screw it, let me put it on Ultra.
Oh yeah, why not? Right.
And then I always wanted 100% it.
I think I still have the original copy of Max Payne on the original Xbox, the first one.
Why are you gonna do that? You can play on your phone now.
I guess, but I have the original copy of the first game.
Something for a future series we may see on the channel.
Maybe if once we get back to live streaming, we should probably do that. That's a discussion for a different time. That we're talking about bringing back live stream to Phantastic Productions in a different way, where it's not just me, and not just like random game. Anyway,
all I'm saying is New York Midnight mode for all the games.
What?
You know what that is, right?
New York Midnight?
A minute mode.
New York Minute mode?
Which is basically the hardest mode.
Oh, God, are you kidding me? Oh, I don't know. It's
already a hard game.
Yeah, it is. There's some games I just can't do that with. Like, actually, there's really only a handful of games that I can play the hardest mode, like Mario Kart and BioShock Infinite. And BioShock.
Far Cry 3, you have to play it on hard.
Oh, for sure.
If
my
not,
God.
The game is a joke.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a great game as far as like story and how it was developed at the time. You know, it's a beautiful game, especially for its time. But not as far as like enjoyment and gameplay. Yeah, it's definitely a much more exciting game when you really crank up the difficulty.
At least it's not like the game Postal 2.
Postal 2.
Oh, it's a very interesting game.
Okay.
Let's just say there's 20 levels of difficulty.
What?
Yeah.
That's not even... Why? 20 levels? What is this, an arcade game?
No. It's a first-person shooter, slightly free roam. It's very interesting. When you hear the word Postal, everyone thinks of either like the postal service or going postal, where you go insane.
Yeah.
That's where the game picks up. You're going insane. Basically, you accidentally set off a nuclear warhead at the end of the week.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, though.
It's very, very interesting.
I should probably look into that. I've honestly never heard about this game before.
Yeah.
When did it come out?
I want to say probably roughly 2010.
Oh, wow. It's been around for a while.
It's been out for a good minute.
Damn. Okay.
Let me just pull it up just in case, so I don't look like I'm talking.
You're just oh yeah, 2010, I know that.
I don't want to look up Portal 2, which is a good game.
Oh, that's a great game, but completely different game.
Alright, Postal 2 came out... I'm sorry.
What?
April 13, 2003.
Oh, you're way off. Oh my God. Yeah, this is an older game.
Where the first game came out in 1993.
Okay, so this is like,
It's a series. It's a 3-game series, but even the developers called the third game a joke.
Okay, this is a PC game, or?
It's a PC game.
Okay.
It's funny because, actually no, 2 years ago they released a DLC for the second game.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Where it's like, hey,
nice.
Come back.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing that's great about PC games is the longevity on them, right?
Yeah.
I mean, these days in the industry, it's kind of a bad thing because we discussed this before. We discussed this last week. With gaming companies now putting out incomplete games just because they can update them. But yeah, at the same time with with the internet, PC games, runners servers will run forever, and people will play games that were released 10, 20 years ago, and the same thing will probably go on for the next several decades.
There's one DLC I gave an exception, and it was for Grand Theft Auto 4, where you had episodes from Liberty City, where you got basically 2 half Grand Theft Auto games in one disc. Or after you complete Grand Theft Auto 4, you can jump over to Grand Theft Auto Lost in
Right,
Game.
yeah.
And then Grand Theft Auto Battle Gaytone, which is actually one of my personal favorite ones. Second to Vice City.
Oh, yeah. Vice City, I feel like, is an underrated one
Vice City
in the
and
series.
Vice City Stories is very underrated.
Yeah, people mostly look to
Grand Theft Auto 3
and San Andreas, which, I mean, San Andreas is a great game. Grand Theft Auto 5 was a great game, too. That was an instant classic for a lot of newcomers, and people that have been with the series for a long time really enjoyed it because it brought quite a few things that were new while still remaining loyal.
San Andreas was actually personally my first Grand Theft Auto game, and ever since I've been hooked on.
Oh yeah, same. San Andreas was my first one too.
And of course later I got Liberty City Stories on the PSP.
Yeah.
Original PSP.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was the Star Wars edition where you had the Darth Vader on the back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then I found out, hey, it has local multiplayer.
Right.
Which was insane. He's like, oh, I guess we can do something here.
Yeah. Man, GTA multiplayer is nuts these days. With these massive servers, like the role-playing servers, where people kind of just like actually.
That's actually separate from the actual game.
Really?
Yeah.
From GTA 5?
GTA 5, you have to have you still have to own GTA 5.
Yeah.
But you have to download a separate client.
Oh, to have the online version, right?
To access to those certain servers.
Oh, really?
Because Rockstar doesn't support those roleplay servers officially.
I see. I didn't know about that. I guess it makes sense specifically because they become really big with a lot of GTA streamers. That they'll have these private servers for them. Do you know what I mean? Well, where there are servers where it's literally just Twitch streamers.
Yeah. For those servers, those are privately owned.
Yeah.
They have their own mods. They have their own admins.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't Minecraft. This is
yeah.
This is a different beast.
You still have to own Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah.
You can still play Grand Theft Auto online. It's just you still have to own the game, and then you have to have a separate launcher.
Yeah, for Like just play the game. I mean, what do you do if like some people are playing unfairly? But I would say specifically with a game like Rainbow Six Siege because it's more team based, it's less likely to happen. Or games such as it's a really big one right now. Fuck, help me out. What's this other really big team based shooter?
Overwatch?
No. Newer. Came out like
I don't know.
to the tip of my tongue.
Describe it.
I keep on wanting to say Anthem, but it's not Anthem. Anthem's the bad one.
Battlefield? No. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what you're trying to say. It's a recent one that's a team based. Jeez, I don't know. That's something I really don't know.
I swear you know this game. Everyone knows this game.
Division?
No.
Shit.
And now my internet's being slow because I'm trying to look this up, and it's at the tip of my tongue, and I can't remember.
Describe it.
So.
How recent?
Like this year, right? Or did it come out last year?
Jesus Christ! Now you're gonna make me.
It starts with a goddamn A. It's something.
With an A, Jesus. Team-based games.
Surprised how big Overwatch still is. Right? God damn it! Why can't I remember the name of this game? Jackson played it all the time.
Oh. What's it called? I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. You just can't remember the name either. God damn it!
It's an EA game.
Like,
oh shit! I was literally
listening to this. It's like it's this, and then there's like, you guys are retarded. You should be playing this right now. I'm like, hey, yeah, it's a good game. Yeah, I can't remember the name of it because I don't play myself. I don't have a PS4.
It's on Steam. Well, it's not on Steam. It's on PC.
Yeah. This other problem is that it's not on Steam. I know that much too.
I mean, I already have EA downloaded. Hold on, I'm looking for it. I got it. Apex Legends.
Apex Legends. God damn it! Anyone listening to this right now that plays games is like, you talking about Apex Legends? It's the best game of 2019. Yeah.
Sorry. The moment you mentioned I just got pissed.
Why couldn't either of us come up with a goddamn name of this game? My headache is not going away. Apex Legends. What were we even talking about before we were trying to
I don't know. Listen,
Legends.
I'm exhausted. I want to be in bed right now. I'm just going to call off work. I'm like, listen, I don't feel good.
You're at work now, bitch.
No, my job that technically this pays me as well. Fuck.
But why was I trying to think of Apex Legends? What were we talking about before?
Battle Royale, team-based games. Shit. You know what? I don't know. I don't know. Let's move on.
How did we get here?
You know what? Let's move on.
What? Okay.
I'm gonna have a strong.
Okay, a strong.
Shit. Shit. What was? Fuck.
Apex Legends is. I feel kind of retarded that I always realize that Apex Legends is in the same universe as Titanfall.
Yeah, sounds about right.
It takes place 30 years after the events of Titanfall 2. I don't know why. I'm just reading.
It's the same company, Respawn.
Well, I know that, but like.
You know who Respawn used to be?
Huh?
They're the half developers of Infinity Ward.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
They left after Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah. Rest in peace. I mean, I guess they're still doing pretty cool things now. I mean, they made Titanfall and Apex Legends.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just saying that like. I don't know how I didn't realize until now just from reading it that that's in the same universe as Titanfall because of looking at the different anyway. You want to move on to something else?
No, we're still gonna talk about games.
Well, we can still talk about games, but I thought you had something more specific that you want to move on to.
No, I was gonna say Titanfall's a very underrated series.
Yeah.
I can't believe we're missing the best part. World of Warcraft is still #1 on Twitch.
Really?
Yeah, and Fortnite is slowly slipping on the top 5.
True. Well, also, I mean, WoW's been...
WoW Classic and then Minecraft has been coming back.
Yeah, WoW Classic is back now. Those servers are back up. But also, WoW has been big forever. I mean,
someone broke the record for first person to be level 60.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, our friend Joey, he's been trying to get level 60.
Right, yeah.
This guy beat it within a week and a half.
God damn. Oh my god.
Of constant plays, like, Jesus.
Yeah, the amount of grinding, holy shit.
Yeah, and here's the thing. They don't have... A lot of it's just a lot of walking.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. It's just a lot of time spent. Well, it's a lot of time spent playing within a short amount of time.
Now, every time I think of...
not living in that chair.
Every time I think of WoW Classic, I'm just thinking of the South Park episode.
Oh, yes, the Sword of 1,000 Truths. How does one kill that who has no life?
He's like, why can't you guys ban him?
He's too powerful.
They literally just kicked down the door of Best Buy. He's like, you guys got WoW installed? Yeah. He's like, move. It's like the WoW developers are just there. It's like, here. He's like, all right, how do you give them? He's like, you just right click it on your hop. I'm like, this is like the most accurate episode because here's the thing, they didn't even have to animate half of it.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. They actually like use real in-game graphics in that episode. It was amazing. Yeah,
because I believe they actually they contacted Blizzard's like, hey, can we borrow a server? Like, sure. Listen, that's like South Park when they had like early South Park money.
Yeah, man, I still find it pretty funny. I don't like hate on anyone for this, but like I find it really funny that people invest into like really high performance graphics cards for WoW and
Minecraft. Anyways,
get the HD 4K texture pack.
Technically,
like
you have to use those.
Oh, for some of those, yeah. Like there is like an HD 4K realistic texture pack for Minecraft that's like absolutely insane. That you do need a really high performance graphics card for it. And I'm sure the same thing applies to WoW. It's just
no,
the way
WoW doesn't apply.
No,
WoW does not apply.
Well, people texture WoW all the time.
That's illegal.
Wait.
That's illegal. You should play the game how it's intended. If it's vanilla, you play it how it's intended.
Oh my god, that's terrible. Anyway, sorry. Were you going to say something else?
No.
Okay.
Oh, Overwatch is getting ported to the Switch.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, Nintendo had their recent conference.
Oh shit, I didn't realize that.
And then they announced a new Smash character.
Yeah, I did hear about that.
I'm still thinking it's still a meme. I don't know. Am I hearing the same thing? That Sans is coming to Undertale Sans?
Yeah, there's talking about that. So there's something interesting about. Yeah, I know that like Undertale is kind of a meme. I mean, I liked the game. The community is kind of trash. I don't even what are you to do communities in general.
I own the game. I still haven't played it.
Really?
No.
It's a good game.
I started at the beginning. It's like, all right.
It's a great JRPG, honestly.
Listen, as soon as I'm like, all right, you can save now. I saved and quit, and I still haven't played it.
Yeah, no, I think it's a great game as far as design and story. It's fantastic, and it's an indie game, and it's actually really complex as far as how it's developed in every way. So well done by Toby Fox. But the whole thing with it is it's inspired by the Mother series by Earthbound. I remember when the game came out, it was like 2 years ago, something like that.
Oh, jeez, more.
2-3 years ago.
We're in high school.
Oh yeah, it must have been like 2016.
Junior year.
So okay, wow. So 2015. Damn. So 4. Jesus Christ. But anyway, no, yeah, I remember there was like all the theorizing about the game and its relationship to Earthbound and with it being inspired. So, yeah, I can see like why Nintendo would be, you know, getting involved. Not that like there's any like, you know, royalty or legal issue or anyway, you know what I mean, but like because of its inspiration,
right.
I'm sure a lot of fans would appreciate it.
Yeah, it's a homage, so Nintendo
Exactly,
really Nintendo can't do anything.
Yeah.
But at least they're acknowledging it.
Yeah. That's one thing that people love about Nintendo too is how much they just value in fans. You know what I mean?
As long as it's not using the same title, you're fine.
Yeah.
Papa Nintendo's not gonna kick down your door.
Mm-hmm.
Papa Reggie. Where Reggie's gonna challenge you to a one-on-one.
Yeah. I'm really curious as to Jesus Christ. Reggie is even.
He's not even Nintendo's president.
Yeah, he's not even.
I believe it's David Bowser.
That's right. Yeah, there was like a whole meme about this. Like, oh, Bowser's in charge of Nintendo now. Like, yeah.
Nintendo of America.
Right.
Get it right.
But I'm really curious as to how that's gonna play. You know, saying the Smash. There's gonna be a lot of memes about it.
God damn it! Since you brought up Anthem, I'm gonna have to talk about.
What do you want to talk about? Oh, because I brought up Anthem earlier. It's like it's not Anthem. Anthem's the bad one.
Yeah,
we talked about that before.
They're all the bad ones.
Yeah, Apex is a good game.
It's alright, I guess. I still don't like it.
Why? Because it's battle royale.
I don't like any battle royale. I'm sick of it.
I can appreciate Apex only because it's more variety in the character selection, which makes it feel more like a team-based game similar to Overwatch or Team Fortress 2. That's what I like about it personally is the variation in playability. That because it's just more variables. Like I feel like it's a more well thought out, more complex.
Loot boxes.
What, is Anthem doing that now too?
No, fuck no. There's no community.
Then why do you want to talk about it?
Anthem just had one of their quote unquote biggest updates.
Oh right.
The Cataclysm update. It was more of a light breeze.
not quite a cataclysm.
Compared to the E3 trailer where it was like, oh, it looks like a Category 5 hurricane and you gotta fight like robots while flying.
And then it shows them, it's like.
Oh yeah, during the demo, it's like it's a light breeze. It's literally a light breeze. It's like you got 5 minutes. Oh jeez, I don't think it's right out here.
Man.
Literally, it's like, and Anthem just had an update and just move on. He's like, I'm sorry, what?
I mean, yeah, is anyone really playing this game right now?
No, no one is.
Like, I remember initially people were actually pretty excited about it, and then it came out.
And then no one talks about it.
And they realized, like, oh, they didn't make the game.
The other day I went to Walmart.
The game is due tomorrow. What? All I have is a drawing and a piece of paper.
Send it! Huh? Can you make it move up and down? Sure.
This guy like wakes up in the corner of an office complex. Huh? We had to make a game.
Wait, you mean we actually had to do it?
I thought we were joking. This was like a 7-year. We were talking about this like 7 years ago over beers, right?
Yeah, I love that.
Just that's like, so long it took, right? 7 years.
6 years to plan, 1 year to make. Literally, the first time we saw that tech demo, like the E3 like demo, yeah. Which I still didn't see. That was literally the first time they made the game. That was like, oh yeah, this is what we got. Everyone's like, oh yeah, we like it. It's like, oh shit, we have to make it like that now.
We actually have to, it's like, wait,
what do you?
We have to make the game like that now? We don't have no time. We just made, the demo. Now we have to code the whole thing.
What do you mean we have to develop?
But
can we borrow Bethesda? No, they're too busy making some 76 game.
where were we going with this before?
Yeah, developer bad.
No, but we were talking about Anthem and their latest expansion.
It's just bad.
It's just bad.
It's just there's nothing.
But I was also asking where the community even at with that game.
I don't think there is.
You honestly don't think there's like anyone playing it?
I think there's less than 100.
No way.
Has to be like that.
That's like.
Because
it's impossible.
Because here's the thing, EA has no way of publicly showing numbers.
I mean, I guess EA can afford it, but that means they're literally just drowning money into this. There's flushing money.
There is no.
For this game.
The lead developer left.
Oh, that's true.
2 months ago.
Yeah.
No, a month ago.
But still, like with how much money they invest into making it, and now there's that little sales. I mean, people still bought it. A lot of people bought the game initially.
Oh, I was gonna say the other day I went to Walmart because I'm a piece of shit and I like cheap cables.
Mm-hmm.
I went by the game section.
Yeah.
Of course, to see if they took out all the like quote unquote video games with guns. I don't know what.
Oh wait, what?
Yeah, because remember how Walmart quote unquote removed games from the. You didn't hear that?
No, I heard that Walmart is no longer selling
handguns, but also quote unquote because people were blaming video games like, all right, violent video games are no longer on sale. They have it in the back. They have it in the back. If you want it, you can ask it for it.
Yeah.
But when I passed,
people were still gonna buy this. I mean,
that wasn't the point.
Like in reality, no one's getting hurt from people playing Apex or Fortnite or something.
Listen.
Definitely not from playing Minecraft or Mario Kart.
Listen. Apparently, I'm a piece of shit because I want to walk around my Clefairy. But that wasn't the point. I went there and Anthem was still there, full price. Battlefield 1 is $20.
Damn.
My point is, don't buy it.
Oh, hold on.
What happened now?
It just said that there is this article on Game Radar that was posted just 7 hours ago. Where Casey Hudson says he wants to see Anthem grow, evolve, and thrive for years to come. Reaffirmed studio support for the game despite its troubled launch, dwindling player base, and heavily delayed roadmap. I mean, yeah, that was the whole problem. The game wasn't finished. And
Wait, there's a map?
It wouldn't load, and there's like, oh, how do we play the game?
No, it's funny because when I was rereading that whole article, it's like, yeah, we could even play the demo in our own office.
Hudson teases that when I look at all of the things going on around BioWare, I'm more excited about our future than ever.
You better shut the fuck up.
I mean, I at least hope there's something to deliver, because the game could have been cool. It just, it didn't happen. I mean, it's still the problem though. It is an online game. They can just, just make it happen. After, a few more years. He did say years to come, to be fair.
He's not going to pay them.
I'm just trying to be nice.
Don't. Stop it. Stop it.
I guess it is still a mess.
Listen, BioWare has gone down. Yeah. You want to repeat Andromeda?
No. Shut up.
Then shut the fuck up. Anyways, Need for Speed Heat, since we're still on EA.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Need for Speed.
This is fucking EA week.
EA hour. Don't worry, Bethesda. You're next week.
Oh, come on. Can we give it a break?
No.
How many times have we talked about
no.
Bethesda on
Never forget.
podcast?
Never forget.
It's not getting any better. Is there anything new to talk about with them?
With Bethesda?
Yeah.
No, I just want to keep ripping them up.
No. Okay.
I'm gonna keep ridding up the grave and beating that horse and then putting it back.
Need for Speed, because that's actually something that's like fairly exciting. And I like we like Need for Speed here.
I like it more.
Sure. It's not a contest. It's not a contest.
You want to fucking drift battle right now? Joking. All right.
Maybe on stream. But it needs to be Need for Speed Most Wanted. It can't be the crew. That's not fair. That's like home court advantage for you.
No. Listen.
Hey John, you should really
listen.
You should share your stream so your stream. You should share your Steam so people can play the Crew 2 with you online.
Yeah. Well, it's not. I don't have it on Steam. I have it on Uplay.
Oh, true.
Because it was cheaper to buy on there.
Really?
Yeah.
Keep that in mind. But we were just talking Need for Speed.
No, it's Need for Speed Heat, which is basically when I said a couple months ago, Ghost, the developer of Need for Speed 2016, they were coming back to make Need for Speed Most Wanted.
Right. Yeah.
But
another Most Wanted.
But it turns out, yes, it's like Most Wanted, but it's not Most Wanted. It's called Need for Speed Heat.
Right. Yeah, it's similar, but not. Yeah.
Because from the original Need for Speed, you had the main cop villain. Again, we're having a cop villain in Need for Speed Heat.
Right.
Where basically he's like, all right, cool. Give me your keys.
Okay.
When you're watching the trailer, it's like, all right, fun time's over. Give me your keys. Huh?
What?
And then he just pulls out the handcuffs, and they cuts to like the gameplay.
Yeah.
Basically, Need for Speed Heat has a mechanic where it's two time modes. During daytime, you play in the official races, where you unlock where you just gain money. And then basically you're just doing all official races by the city. Nighttime is when you're in underground mode.
Right.
Where you're playing for respect and you're unlocking parts. So basically you're going to go back and forth doing two separate basically missions.
Yep.
Where basically, alright, you're earning a respect, you're unlocking parts. You're playing in the day, you're earning money.
Yeah, I really like how they created that dichotomy. They could definitely make a pretty interesting playing experience. Kind of reminded me of it's not exactly the same. It just feels nostalgic. And Need for Speed Hot Pursuit back in the day. That one.
Hot Pursuit.
That was way back.
Which one? There's two.
I remember the original.
I played. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like back in like original Xbox, PS2.
Oh, that was. I remember getting that for when I was in elementary.
Right. Yeah.
Jesus.
I think you were even able to play that one in the GameCube back then.
Yeah. Yeah. It still. You remember the school fair where the book fair?
Yeah.
Back when I was in elementary school back in Miami, during that book fair they sold those CDs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they had Need for Speed there. I'm like, oh, I want that. My mom's like, no. I'm like, oh. I went home and played NASCAR.
Yeah.
That's
the best thing, I guess. Aside from Gran Turismo was really great back then too.
Yeah.
I had that one, but.
No, but again with Need for Speed Heat, we're getting a lot of customization again.
Yeah.
Right now you can actually download the app, Need for Speed Mobile.
Oh really?
Or Need for Speed Heat, where you can customize your cars with. You can start doing the decals.
Right.
And then once you get the game, you connect your phone, and then you can start using your decals.
I find it interesting the different strategy that developers are going about with each launch. Having a different mobile involvement.
Right.
Like this is a good example. Or
Grand Theft Auto with you had the customization on the phone.
Yeah.
You can change license plate like that.
Yeah. Well, it's not even just that. It's also like with each big
game.
Yeah. With each big game being launched, these big developers also want to cash in. And keep people hyped up for it by putting out a mobile release that's involved with the game, like how when Bethesda put out Fallout 4, they did the
Fallout Shelter.
Yeah, Shelter. Just as an example, I find interesting that it's becoming a more and more common strategy in the gaming industry. Which isn't. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. It kind of depends on how it's put out. Like this is a good example of it being used in a great way, with people doing customization, getting themselves exposed to how the game is going to be like, and actually preparing for it when it's released. It's pretty cool. Damn, there's something else I could say about.
Jesus Christ! I just remembered a game that was supposed to have a mobile support.
What's that?
The Division.
Really?
Yeah. When I remember watching the original, I just remembered now. Watching the original E3, during the E3 gameplay, one of the characters was on a hover drone. He was like, "Hey, I'm on my way home, but I can still support you guys." Basically, he was highlighting the characters and then giving like debuffs for the enemies.
Right.
And he's like, "All right, this is all I can do," and he just left. He's like, "All right, disconnected from mobile." And then of course, EA dropped the support from Battlefield 4 on Commander mode.
Oh yeah.
Where you can play it on your tablet, where you can just be the commander and just help your teammates.
Yeah, that was a cool thing.
Commander still exists. It's just you can't do it mobilely anymore.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, I've seen what people were using it anyway.
Yeah, that's
probably why. I mean, it's EA. They're not gonna like just take something down unless they're not making money on it.
Right. What was it? Again with the Need for Speed Heat.
Yes.
We're actually seeing the return of the Ferrari license.
Yeah, that's right. Oh,
which is insane because Need for Speed was known
Ferrari.
for we're not getting so far from all the trailers I've seen. We haven't seen hypercars.
Yeah, we're also not seeing Porsche in this at all.
No, I haven't seen Porsche yet. It may be
because and the last Most Wanted, that was like a really big thing, was having the Porsche license. Which I can understand if they got Ferrari, they might not be able to get both simply because of auto competition.
Right.
Which is, I mean, that's fine. As much as I love Porsche, it's fucking Ferrari. Like Ferrari's the shit.
Again, since we're getting more of the hold on, I just lost my train of thought. Since we're getting again with the more Most Wanted vibe.
Yeah.
We're gonna see each level of like basically Heat or Most Wanted level.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna see more and more of the enemies getting harder.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Because of course we're teased with the Camaro, not the Camaro, the Corvette police, interceptors.
Yes, yeah, I saw that. It's intense. Well, we're on the topic of cars, since we're talking about Need for Speed. Have you heard about the new Porsche?
No.
2020 Porsche Taycan. It's an electric Porsche, officially. So.
Oh yeah, I've heard.
So ever since Elon Musk removed the patent on Tesla's batteries, every auto company is now developing their own electric car. Some of them already were, like Chevy had the Spark for a while, right? It's an electric car, right?
Yeah.
Just as an example. But now it's expanding into luxury and sport car companies are making their own electric cars. Ferrari put out one earlier this year, and now Porsche's coming out.
Oh, Lamborghini as well.
Right, yeah.
But Lamborghini now holds one of the higher records on an electric vehicle.
Mm-hmm. So it's has this new Porsche 2020 has 750 horsepower. It's not bad.
Right.
Especially keep in mind this is an electric car, which means instant torque. People that are really into cars. And the design for it isn't bad. It's a little bit different. I mean, like many Porsches, it is sort of reminiscent of the 911. But this is a 4-door. It's a little bit longer. A little bit of different headlights on here. Check it out.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. I just wanted to bring that up. Starts at $185,000 though, but then again, it is a Porsche. So it's interesting. I just wanted to bring that up while we're on topic of cars and talking about Need for Speed. That's just a quick thing.
Before we also move on,
sure.
There's a modified Bugatti Chiron.
Oh shit! Yeah.
That they tested it on their official track.
Yeah.
It holds basically 305 miles per hour.
God damn.
It basically broke the record for their own vehicles. It's not even modified from. I believe it's not in-house modifications. It's from a third party.
Right. Still though, Bugatti is like just putting out new records every couple of years with their latest hypercars. Like for a while, the Chiron was the fastest car in the world, and then they came up with the Chiron. crazy how further the boundaries are being pushed.
Shit. Unfortunately, I believe this week or last week, there was a accident with one of the land speed record holders.
Oh, right.
Jessi something. Unfortunately, I believe she was testing one of her. She was trying to catch another record, and unfortunately, the vehicle could not stop in time and slammed into, I believe, a wall, or there was an actual accident while halfway. All I know is she died during the actual trial.
Right, and that's tragic. I'm trying to pull it up now, but the internet's slow as hell right now because we're using all of it for the stream.
Yeah, it was on the news both from basically the motor world.
Jessi Combs.
There you go, Jessi Combs. Unfortunately, she lost her life during the pursuit of adrenaline at that point.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, rest in peace. Yeah, that's
the Need for Speed.
Huh?
She had the Need for Speed.
God damn. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, well, she was doing what she loved. She was doing what she was, she was.
Oh, speaking about vehicles,
for that, huh?
Grand Theft Auto just added a new one.
Oh yeah.
Basically, they have a car called the Bravado Compound or something like that.
Yeah.
Basically, it's their version of the Dodge Challenger.
Oh right. Yeah.
They just added the Dodge Challenger's Hellcat version.
Nice.
They call it the Bravado Compact Hellfire.
Of course. It's a little on the nose, but alright.
I swear, if they add the demon, they're just gonna name it Angel.
Or call it Satan or something. Or the devil.
Bravado Compact Santanica. Santa Monica.
What?
Mary Chrysler.
No.
No, okay.
But
yeah,
it makes me wonder. Only because since while we're talking about car games and car companies, has Bugatti's license been put on any of these major titles?
The Crew.
The Crew, of course, the Crew. It was because it has been on Need for Speed. I know that, and it has been on Gran Turismo either.
They're too expensive.
Oh, for sure.
I believe they have their hypercar versions, but
hey, Need for Speed got Ferrari. However, Ferrari is also though Ferrari is a very, very, very valuable company, they're also a very
whore.
Shut up. You shut your whore mouth. They are a open-minded company, and they spread their wealth in a lot of different areas.
They're whores.
Shut up. Ferrari's great, and I will buy their clothes even though I can never afford
like
them.
Nick Lauda said, it's just a name.
I will buy their clothes even though I can never afford their cars.
You're just like a Supreme user.
So? Shut up. Ferrari's great. I don't care. I love it. Bugatti is great though, but no, I can understand. They're a very conservative company. They're kind of the opposite.
There's a recent game that caught my eye for the racing games.
Yeah.
The Formula One car games.
Oh right, yeah.
The F1 series. F1 19. It's very insane how they're very detailed.
Yeah. That's like an actual sport game though, similar to the NASCAR games that I don't really get. I can't remember about a NASCAR game.
Let me tell you what actually caught my attention. Every race and every season in your career is dynamic. If you screw up at the beginning, it'll come at you at the very end. If you're an asshole driving against the other people, they're gonna cut you off.
Yeah. Now that's really cool. That's some pretty cool AI.
And that's not the biggest part. Your vehicle will wear out. If you don't put your money into repairing, it will blow out on you. You can change the types of tires you're using and the mix of fuel on the race.
Wow, so there's a lot of realistic compatibility with this.
And it's getting more realistic every year.
That's awesome. That makes me wonder. So I know that in the Crew that you can buy the Le Mans cars or at least some of them.
Yes.
Like the Ford GT was a really big one. I remember you told me about that.
Ford GT, it was a 2018, 2017 Le Mans version.
I wonder, and you might know this, if there even is a game specifically for Le Mans.
Yes.
There is?
Well, not specifically, but it has the track in it.
The crew?
No.
Oh.
Le Mans is France. Le Mans, I know the Forza Horizons.
Oh, that's
No,
right.
the Forza
games do have that.
Yeah, the Forza games have them, and I
always forget about Forza. Like, as much as I like racing games, it's always one that I never like give much attention to, even though I've heard some good things about, especially about the more recent ones. I don't know. I never gave them much attention. I've always kind of been a whore for Need for Speed and Gran Turismo. Back in like PS2 days with the Burnout series.
Oh jeez, I miss it.
Right? Oh man, come back! Bring back Burnout, man. Burnout 4. Let's do it. Come on.
Paradise City 2.
Sure.
Hell, you know there's an HD remake?
Oh really? Paradise City? Bet.
Yeah.
That's dope.
And I believe it has all the original DLC cars as well.
Alright, we gotta take notes from this stream about how many things we're gonna end up.
You know, you can drive the DeLorean. Back to the Future version.
That's not even why though. I mean that's cool, but that's not effective.
I mean, when you're driving, you can actually.
That cars aren't really impressive.
Oh no! In that game is fucking.
Oh, they made it OP for no reason, just because it's the fucking DeLorean from Back to the Future.
Yeah. When you're driving,
it actually does like the flame trails behind the wheels.
Yeah.
What? Why?
When you're actually driving, you can actually flip up the wheels and it actually hovers.
Oh, okay. So this isn't the DeLorean. This is the Back to the Future DeLorean.
Yeah. It's not just any. It's
fair.
the.
That thing travels in time.
Oh look! I beat my record.
It's technically faster than anything then.
No, it's not.
Because they can just travel back in time and then boom, I'm already here.
Every time I hear someone say "boom," I always hear back of my head. I just hear it back of my head. It's just John Madden. You see right there, Brett Favre. Boom. Touchdown.
I was thinking more of Sandy. Did somebody say boom? I don't know.
Boom and Boom.
Boom?
Borderlands 2.
Oh.
It's one of your quote-unquote first bosses.
Right.
Alright,
was there anything in gaming as we want to go over? That's pretty much the main topic of this entire stream today is video games. I remember before we went live, you were talking something about Half-Life.
Yeah, Half-Life
3 is coming.
Stop it. Stop it.
We're gonna do it.
I'm tired. I'm an old.
Valve is making games again. They're gonna do it.
Technically, they are.
Wait, I was completely joking. What?
They just updated their VR game.
Oh, they did.
The lab, or
it's an update though. They're not making games.
Wait. In the lab, because they updated because they added new controllers where you basically move your hands and it copies your hands.
No, yeah, that is some pretty impressive development on Valve. So.
But people did some digging in the files.
Oh.
They saw evidence of Half-Life files in it.
But they're...
Wait. VR files.
Okay, so they might try to do Half-Life VR.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean they're going to do Half-Life 3.
Well, no, I'm not saying Half-Life 3.
And even if they do, have that in there, it could just be teasing. They might just be trolling because, it's Valve and they know that they want us to... They know that the fans want more Half-Life, even though they've been talking about it for over 10 years now.
A boy can dream, damn it.
Yeah, people have been talking about Half-Life 3 is coming. Doesn't mean it has
Half-Life, no, it's not coming. Because Mark Laidlaw, their lead writer for the Half-Life series, he's done. He said he's done. That's why he...
Hurts.
Because he...
It really hurts, John.
When he left, he put out a memoir of the quote-unquote script. Because he can't say the actual script what was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
But our assumption is that was he basically ciphered up the script, used different names, and then from there you can take what you can assume happened to Half-Life 3.
Right. These things change though because The same thing happened with BioShock, that Ken Levine left for a while, and then originally BioShock Infinite wasn't even going to exist, and now because of its success, goddamn, almost saying Half-Life, BioShock Infinite had more sales than the original game, and there's been some talk about. I'm also talking about this because I'm a really big BioShock fan. It's my favorite game in the world. Shut up. John's looking behind me at my oversized Big Daddy pop vinyl in my book. Anyway, you never know. Maybe we will get it eventually. But you were gonna say something about Half-Life 2 before we went live.
Yeah. After a while, I got bored, and I found that around when Half-Life was supposed to come out, Half-Life 2, there was a major issue in Valve's office where someone hacked in. Someone hacked into their system and downloaded every file of Half-Life 2.
What?
Yeah. This was before Half-Life 2 was released.
Damn.
The FBI hunted that guy down.
I bet.
But before they got him, he basically spread out most of the MAT files and everything out.
Right.
Ever since then, there's been groups of people trying to hunt down those files. Every day we'll find some files. I have some major copies in my folders right now.
Mm-hmm.
From what we're seeing, Half-Life 2 has some of the same plot points, but Half-Life 2 Beta has a completely different story. Yeah. We still get the same betrayal, same thing, but the game is much darker than it's ever been seen before.
Right.
Back in high school, I was deep into it. There's actually a Wikipedia that explains the entire story.
Mm-hmm.
And then I actually have the E3 demo from 2004.
Damn.
Like, one day, when we're doing live stream again,
yeah,
I'll actually pop it in and I'll show everyone, like, listen, this is when they're testing out the G-Man's face.
That's safe. Should we be talking about this right now? I'm just saying.
Chris, man. I'm not John. I'm Gabe Newell. No, but on the same topic of Valve, before we leave.
Sure, yeah, we're running out of time.
They actually have an in-house composer.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
He has his own studio.
That's cool. That's really cool.
His own studio. He has different rooms to test out sounds.
Mm-hmm. So
he plays it out of speakers, plays it on headphones. He has his own orchestra. Every once in a while, he'll come in.
That's awesome. That's great. You gotta really appreciate great sound design in video games these days.
That was one thing I was.
Going that far is great.
Every time I bring up vinyls to you, I always talk about the Team Fortress vinyl.
Yes.
Because here's the thing: colored vinyls have a lot of effect on the quality of music.
Yeah, because the color vinyls aren't all made out of vinyl. They're the wax ones. There's different.
Yeah, these vinyls are red and blue, for red and blue teams.
Yeah.
It turns out they're actually the master copies of the audios.
Really?
They're not just the digital copies; they're the master copies. That's why they're high quality.
Yeah, that's actually a common thing though with vinyl printing is that they'll use master copies or like original recording rather than digital recording, just because there's that noticeable different quality and sound. A lot of bands do that. In fact, I'm pretty sure Fall Out Boy has been doing that for a while, as well as bands. A lot of metal bands did that, like Metallica did that, which some people. So specifically with metal and like thrash metal of the '80s, a lot. So since back then, cassette tapes were the big thing, was the big new thing. Now, you can know there's like a very noticeable comparable sound quality between a cassette tape, a digital recording, and a vinyl of say like Master Puppets by Metallica. And because of the time that it was recorded and the amount of effort that was put into the original printing onto cassette tapes, there's a lot of value put into cassette tapes over vinyl, specifically for thrash metal.
Right.
So like even now, people spend more money on like cassette tape of master puppets than they will on a brand new printed vinyl of a master copy. It's crazy. That specifically with metal, that's like an interesting thing about that. And like with how the whole process goes about with recording and printing music. So that's pretty cool about the Team Fortress 1. I didn't know about that. But with all that, with all the rambling, we're pretty much out of time for this week. So come back next week where I don't even know if we're gonna have
August.
Oh, I'm not gonna talk about I guess I'm not gonna promise that, but I was just say if we're gonna be having say like similar topics or whatever. I don't know, no promises. Anyway, we'll see you next week though, and keep in mind you can listen to us on Spotify and on Anchor. Be sure to check that out, and let's check out the links in our description for all of our social media outlets, as well as our store and all of our Amazon affiliate links if you want to use any of the gear that we use to record the podcast. So, yeah. See you next week.
See ya.